The magic of small-displacement trail bikes is something that never really goes away. Decades ago, bikes like these opened the door for so many riders, giving them their first taste of freedom, adventure, and independence. Yamaha knows this history, and in 2026 they have taken those lessons of the past and shaped them into something modern, stylish, and ready for today's roads. The Yamaha Mini Trail 125 isn't just a motorcycle, it's a celebration of what makes riding fun in its purest form. And in this review, we're going to dig into every detail, from the design that turns heads, to the engine that keeps it alive, to the value it brings in today's market. From the very first look, the front of the Mini Trail 125 speaks volumes. It doesn't try to hide its retro inspiration, but it also doesn't look dated. The circular LED headlamp mounted up front is a nod to the past while giving you the confidence of modern illumination. It casts a wide, clear beam that's great not just for city streets but also for those twilight rides on gravel roads or wooded paths. The forks, which are inverted units, add a serious touch, something you'd normally expect to see on bigger, more performance-focused motorcycles. They don't just look good, they provide stiffness and control that makes the handling sharp and reassuring. Yamaha clearly wanted the bike to look tough from the front, and they've nailed that balance of charm and capability. Even the handlebar design complements the look, slightly raised, slightly wide, giving you leverage and making the riding position natural. Walking around to the side, you see how compact the Mini Trail really is. It's got a playful stance, almost like it's inviting you to hop on and just go. The proportions are tight, with no wasted bulk. The fuel tank is sculpted just enough to look stylish without trying too hard, and the Yamaha logo rests proudly on it, reminding you of the brand's racing heritage. The seat is designed flat and level, practical for sliding forward or back as you ride, and it's low enough that most riders will flat-foot it at a stop. That alone makes this bike so confidence-inspiring for beginners. Then your eye falls on the wheels. Spoke trims with knobby-style tires that are ready to take on both asphalt and loose surfaces. They're the type of tires that tell you it doesn't matter if the road ends, you can keep going. The exhaust system has been tucked in neatly, running slightly higher than a typical street bike to prevent it from catching on obstacles. It's also styled with a protective shield so you won't burn your leg when maneuvering. This side profile is what really cements the idea that this bike isn't just urban-friendly but equally at home on the trails. Looking at the bike from the back, Yamaha has kept things extremely clean and functional. The taillight is a small but sharp LED strip that glows brightly and instantly, ensuring you're visible to traffic behind you. The indicators are slim yet sturdy, flexible enough not to snap off at the first bump. The rear fender extends just enough to keep mud and dirt from spraying all over, but it's minimal, staying in line with the bike's stripped-back character. There's also enough space for a license plate mount and optional accessories like a luggage rack, which makes the Mini Trail versatile for those who want to carry gear for camping, commuting, or even grocery runs. The rear wheel has generous suspension travel that allows the back end to compress smoothly over bumps, giving you a surprisingly plush ride for such a small motorcycle. Of course, no motorcycle comes alive without its engine, and the Mini Trail 125's heart is what makes it so approachable yet fun. Yamaha fitted it with the 124cc, air-cooled, single-cylinder engine that uses modern fuel injection for consistency and efficiency. It may not sound like much on paper, but this engine is all about character and usability. It's tuned to deliver torque lowdown in the rev range, which means you don't have to rev it to the moon to get moving. That's great for both beginners and trail riders who want predictable power delivery. The fuel injection system ensures that even on cold mornings, you just hit the starter button and go, and no fiddling with a choke like the old days. Because it's air-cooled, maintenance is simplified, with fewer parts to worry about, but Yamaha has engineered it to run cool and stable even in demanding conditions. On top of that, the exhaust note has a friendly, thumpy character, not too loud, but enough to make you feel like you are riding something alive. When it comes to performance, this bike really shines in its intended environments. In the city, it's nimble, weaving through traffic and slipping into tight parking spaces that larger bikes wouldn't dare. The light-weight chassis makes it easy to maneuver at low speeds, and the gearing provides smooth acceleration up to speeds that are more than enough for urban riding. On country roads, it cruises comfortably, and while it's not built for highway blasting, it can handle short stretches with ease. Off-road, the combination of lightweight, knobby tires, and forgiving suspension makes it surprisingly capable. Dirt tracks, forest paths, and gravel backroads all feel within its comfort zone. This isn't a hardcore enduro bike, but it's exactly the kind of machine that encourages exploration, letting you detour off the main road just to see where that trail leads. Braking is confident thanks to disc brakes front and rear, and with optional ABS in many markets, you've got added security on slippery surfaces. Riding it feels natural. The upright seating position, the low seat height, and the light clutch pull all work together to make it unintimidating. New riders will appreciate how forgiving it is, while experienced riders will love how easy it is to just hop on and have fun. Fuel economy is another highlight. It sips fuel at a rate that makes it ideal as a daily commuter or a weekend toy that doesn't drain your wallet. The fuel tank, while compact, holds enough for hours of riding, especially given the efficiency of the engine. Maintenance is straightforward, too, with Yamaha designing it to be tough and dependable, meaning you can spend more time riding and less time in the garage. Price is always a key factor, and Yamaha has been smart about positioning the Mini Trail 125. It sits comfortably in an affordable range that makes it accessible to first-time buyers and appealing as a second bike for experienced riders. It's not bargain basement cheap, because Yamaha has loaded it with enough quality components to justify the cost, but it's far from overpriced. In many ways, it delivers more value than its cost suggests. The build quality, the suspension, the engine reliability, and the versatility all make it a strong package. With financing options and Yamaha's wide dealer network, it's easy to see why this could become one of the most popular small bikes in the coming years. What really sets this bike apart, though, is the intangible factor and the way it makes you feel when you ride it. There's a joyfulness, a sense of play, that not every motorcycle can capture. It's simple enough to be stress-free, yet capable enough to give you a little thrill when you twist the throttle. It doesn't matter if you're riding through a busy downtown, cruising the coastal road, or bouncing along a dirt path. It brings a smile. That's something bigger, faster, more complicated bikes sometimes forget to do. And that's why the Yamaha Mini Trail 125 has such broad appeal. It connects directly with the heart of what riding is about. As we wrap up this review, the 2026 Yamaha Mini Trail 125 stands out as one of the most well-rounded, fun, and practical motorcycles in its class. It manages to honor the heritage of small trail bikes while embracing modern engineering where it counts. It's approachable enough for beginners, entertaining for experienced riders, versatile enough to tackle both city life and light trails, and affordable enough to make sense for a wide range of buyers. Yamaha has struck a balance here that is rare, and it's clear they've built a machine that's more than just transportation. It's an invitation to adventure, big or small. So the question becomes, is the Mini Trail 125 the bike for you? If you're looking for a commuter, a fun second bike, or even your very first motorcycle, it deserves serious consideration. If you value simplicity, reliability, and that undeniable sense of fun, this might just be the one that makes you fall in love with riding all over again. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Yamaha's 2026 Mini Trail 125. If you enjoyed this review and want more in-depth looks at the latest motorcycles from around the globe, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel,